here's this energy circle. Now, imagine that in this circle, just for a moment, that everything that is important to you is right here. This is your family, this is your future, this is your health, this is your spirituality, this is your energy level, this is the legacy you want to leave behind, this is everything in the world is important to you. And imagine that there's a front side to this energy circle and a back side. Now, could it be said that every person in this room has a common resource called 24 hours a day? Right? We've all got that in common. Could it also be said that the quality of the decisions that you make one 24-hour time period to the next determines your success as you define success? In other words, you make a lot of lousy decisions, you're going to have an outcome. You have a lot of great decisions, you're going to have a different outcome, right? Okay. So let's take a look at some of the decisions that we make in a 24-hour time period. So, for example, on the back side of this energy circle, you could have something called what's not working. And you could live in this inquiry of what's not working, what's not working. However, if the mind can only focus on one thing at a time, and you're focused on what's not working, what is it that you're not focused on? Yeah, what is working? So, again, none of this is rocket science. But let's take a look at where this really starts to come home. Imagine, for example, that you come home and you've got 4 hours with your family. Could you spend 2 of those 4 hours on the back side of the energy circle? Yeah. You could, couldn't you? You know, being complaining and this, the market's like this and this. I had this so close, and then the deal fell through, and it's got the offer, you know, the same, or not the agreement, the same day, and then it was like they said no. It's like I think we listed it too low, all that. So you could come home with all that stuff, right? Okay. Now, if you're on the back side of the energy circle for those 2 of those 4 hours, does that help your family or hurt them? It hurts them. It hurts them. Can you ever get those 2 hours back? No. They're gone forever, aren't they? And I wish I could say that was the biggest drawback to being on the back side of the energy circle, but it's not. The biggest cost of being on the back side of the energy circle is the second mind factor. The mind creates in the direction of its focus, because if you're on the back side of the energy circle, you literally have the power to pull your whole family back there with you. Mm-hmm. And if that happens night after night after night, how excited are they about being with you? And not very. Who here are parents? Who's got kids? Okay, now, if those kids need to speak to you about something, maybe something important, and night after night after night you've been on the back side of the energy circle, what's the likelihood they're going to feel safe enough to do that? Yeah, unlikely. Yeah. If you've got customers and the way you come across is on the back side of the energy circle, can you pull them on the back side with you? Boy, can we shoot ourselves in the foot. So, and none of this, by the way, is about ignoring real life situations. When I was working with Ford, I had the privilege of working with their quality control team. They go, Randy, my whole job is to look for what's not working. That's what they pay me for. But then they realized, yeah, none of this was about ignoring real issues. It was that they could look for problems on the front side of the energy circle. There are going to be challenges. It's just which side of the energy circle do you want to face those challenges with? Another question. On the back side of the energy circle, why I never have enough fill in the blank. Why I never have enough time, energy. What? Never have enough money. What do you say, Judy? Client, yeah. So if you engage in that question, to what extent do we create our own overwhelm and stress? Have you ever known two people who, one person, they've got 10 times the to-do list of the other person? This person is in great shape, but the person with the smaller list is in complete overwhelm? If it were the circumstances, that wouldn't be possible. But is it the circumstances or how we relate to our circumstances? This group knows.
How you relate to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another possibility here, on the back side of the energy circle, what I don't like about, and again, fill in the blank. On the front side, what I appreciate about blank. Put anybody's name in here, right? Whew. On the back side of the energy circle, what I don't like about this person, this client, if we start focusing on that, do they know that? Can they pick that up? Yes. Even if we say all the right things? There is that thing of come from, isn't there? And if what we do is we come from that place that we just don't like that person, whew, man, not only because we create in the direction of our focus do we cost ourselves business, but is it also possible that we cost ourselves our own quality of life? And on the front side, what I appreciate. Could I pick anybody in this room and build a whole case on what's wrong with them? I sure could, couldn't I? But I could take that same person and build a whole case of how courageous they are and their talents and what they've gone through and how they have surmounted. Do you see that? You can build a case on either side of the energy circle, and whichever side you're on, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. There will be evidence always to support your point of view. So the question isn't what's right, the question is what works. Consider the possibility that we have, once we have this awareness, we have not only the opportunity, but the duty to be on the front side of that energy circle. Now, the expectation here isn't that we're never going to be on the backside. I don't know a human being who's never on the backside. The expectation is that we have the awareness to see when we are on the backside. And when we are, to get to the front side as fast as possible. You know what the rule is about digging a pit when you're in a pit? Stop digging. That's the first thing, is to stop digging. When we're on the backside of the energy circle, we're in a pit and we're continuing to dig. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get on the front side and start to turn this around.